welcome to Antifa FM. I'm your host.
It was Jeffrey Epstein.
It was Jeffrey Epstein.
She was the escort of Jeffrey
Oh,
Epstein.
she was.
She met Donald Trump.
She met Trump Melania.
You were just a
How's Disney World?
It was Jeffrey Epstein. You came to New York.
What's it like being in MAGA world? Oh my God, pissed off. You must be every day looking around them. Oh, there's so many fat fucks in Florida, in Disney World. Last time I went to Disney World with my wife, I actually took her on my honeymoon. That was the last time I went. Dude, there were so many fat. I wasn't fat back then. I mean, I'm still like, I'm not even fat compared to American size. I'm just, what's it called? You know, bulky. But the amount of you know, shit, dude. The amount of fat people that you see at Disney World is unbelievable. Unbelievable. So many fat fucks there. And I'm talking about like twice my size. Like fucking huge mofos. And you're like, they're all MAGA. I gotta shave my head again. I got too much hair. Gotta shave the head. Shave. I gotta get my monk on. Oh, he's in MAGA world. You saw, yeah, a lot of I mean, there was a lot of you know, when I went, I just saw a bunch of fat fucking rednecks everywhere. You know, on there. I know my hair grows fast. I gotta shave it again.
Oh girl, now we're gonna watch you fall, girl. You are just a doll, girl. Epstein's little doll, girl, standing way too tall, girl. For a call, girl. You knew Amanda when she was 17. You sat beside her at your crowning scene.
Yeah. I mean, dude, listen. This motherfucking clown show has to end in November, guys. Listen, it's gotta end. Form your Antifa cell. Get your Antifa cell together, right? It's your voting cell, right? That we get out there, you know, organize how many people can each of those five people. Hey, we're gonna drive people to the polls. We're gonna build, you know, we gotta start grassroots campaigning. I'm just your cheerleader here, right? Because you know MAGA isn't gonna vote. MAGA's not gonna vote. They're not gonna turn out in the midterms. They're pissed off because of gas. They're pissed off because of prices with mortgages, rent. I mean, Iran is not going to. If Iran was smart, they wouldn't negotiate or anything. They'd be like, no, we're gonna keep it locked down through it. I would be like, if I was Iran, I'd be trolling Trump. No, we're keeping it locked down till after the election. We're keeping it locked down for the Democrats. We can make it till after November. Enjoy the election, bitch. Enjoy the election. No gas coming out until November. Enjoy the $10 per gallon gas. I mean, listen, let's, get gas. We got to get gas to $7, $9 a gallon. We got to get gas up that high. I know it's going to be tough for us, right? But we just got to. It will be utter defeat. Imagine if Iran, right? I'm going to call them right now. Hey, IRGC, can you, I want you to lock down the straits until November for me, okay? Lock down the straits, right? We'll give you a good deal. We'll give you all your money back. Keep it locked down. We need that $7, $8 per gallon gas. There you go. All right, it's done. It's not opening up, folks. Ain't opening up. I just called my buddies in Iran, right? My Antifa buddies. They're gonna keep it locked down. Yeah, we need to get rid of that, the guy who's the Speaker of the House, dude. That guy's need to go. We need someone like AOC. We need Mandami. Mandami needs to fucking run for president. Mandami for president. Waffle loves Crystal. He's always had a soft spot for Crystal. Yeah, I remember that. I always remember Waffle would be always super polite to Crystal. Always super polite. I think it was because Crystal would always kind of like spank him. I think he liked Crystal spanking him. You know, she'd be like, behave, Waffle. Waffle, you behave now. I'm gonna have to spank you hard. Yeah, Waffle really liked that, Crystal. He really enjoyed you know, talking that spank talk to him. Fucking Nazis. Dude, we started that. You know the whole Nazi thing, dude? We started that in this channel. We've corrupted, you know. We were the first channel. You know, I was calling it Trump 1933 when he was being, I mean, on his election year, on his you know, he was and then 1934, we're in 1935 now. Trump 1935. So yeah, we called that. We fucking hit that nailhead. But you know, I explain it. You know, you're not 1939 Nazis yet, MAGA. You're not them Nazis. You're not even 1938 Nazis yet. No, you're not even 1937 or even 36 Nazis. No, you are 1935 fucking Nazis. That's what you are. You've got your ICE, which is the young Gestapo of 1935, right? Or is it 1934? He was elected in 33. 34, I'm sorry, you're 1934 Nazis. You're not even 19, next year you're 1935. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I added a Nazi year for you. All right? A cult Nazi. You know, ICE is the Gestapo. ICE is always going to be remembered as the Gestapo. You know, this is what I laugh. It's like, you know, no one brings this up. They have $170 billion. They can't afford they can't afford cameras. They can't afford body cameras. They have $170 billion and they can't afford body cameras. Can one of you explain that to me, MAGA? MAGA, why don't you want your Gestapo with cameras? Why don't you want cameras on all, they can put cameras on fucking everything to ensure that they're following the law. Ensure that they're not violating. I mean, they're raping girls in these detention centers. You know the number of pregnancies now that in these detention centers by these sicko Nazis, fascists that are supporting Tate now? I mean, they're raping girls in these detention centers. There's all these pregnant girls in these oh no, they were pregnant beforehand. They need to take DNA tests. I think every fucking guard, they need to pull the DNA on every fucking detention guard. And then they need to do DNA tests on every fucking child, right? Or aborted child, right? They need to do DNA on every fucking child that is either born or miscarried in the detention center, in the concentration camp. These motherfuckers, dude, they're rapists. And look at how they're, you know, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. There's a massive support following. I think it's a bunch of bots of MAGA supporting the Tate Brothers happening right now on X. How disgusting. There's like 7 rape charges. 7 rape charges. All this shit, dude. And the thing is, these guys have already confessed to doing this shit. MAGA, how can you explain that? How do you explain? Can one of you MAGAs explain how you support the Tate Brothers? Right? Bro is super outraged illegals are getting deported in their actual countries. No, hell, I'm not, no. I'm not outraged about that. I'm outraged at the guards raping girls in detention centers. I'm outraged the fact that we don't have body cameras on these ICE agents. I'm outraged because they are, there's no transparency on how they're treating these individuals. These people are innocent in America until found guilty. Every single one of those individuals in a detention center are fucking innocent, you fucking dumbass Nazi, right? They're innocent until proven guilty. And what they're doing is they're making their life so miserable. They fired 130 detention judges, right? That's on the United Nations now. It's calling out America as a violation of human rights. United Nations in New York is calling out America for human rights violations. They fired over 130 immigration judges because, and they've put a bunch of sycophants. See, what Trump is building is a Putin court. They want what they've done already with the immigration judges is what Putin has done with all the legal system. Now, it starts with the immigration judges, and the reason why they're able to do it with the immigration judges is the immigration judges fall under the DOJ under his attorney. Trump's attorney runs the DOJ. How fucked up is that? As America, you're gonna put a sex defendant, right, attorney, someone who stole national secrets as the head of the DOJ, right? And then you're gonna fire all the immigration judges that abide by the law because, they're approving too many people. And then you're gonna have judges that process like 100 people per day just to get them out, 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 right? Just a formality, right? The immigration court now is just a fucking bullshit. It's a formality bullshit. And then those who want to appeal or disagree with the case, you feed them rotten food, you rape them in the detention center, you beat them up. There has been like 50 deaths. No investigation, no nothing, no oversight. They fired the inspector general over this. And you guys think that somehow this is America? MAGA, you're not. You're a fucking bunch of Nazis, right? This isn't America. Is this how you'd want to be treated? Just put yourself, what would Jesus do? Jesus would be fucking, raped in jail by one of these homosexual MAGA, employees. I mean, it's insane. You guys are so fucking insane. It's ridiculous that you think that you are American. You're not American. Americans believe in the Constitution. You don't believe in the Constitution. Americans believe in the rule of law. You don't believe in the rule of law, right? You want to rape girls in prisons. You defend rapists like the Tate Brothers, right? Who have actually come out and said there's so much evidence against these guys. They described how they trafficked women. They had a course on how to traffic women and control women. I mean, and you guys are supporting this shit? How fucking insane are you guys? You guys are just sick fucks, dude. Oh wait, you support a pedophile president. Oh, that makes sense. You support someone who was best friends with Epstein for 15 fucking years and you don't think he's a pedophile? Type 1 in chat if you think Trump's a fucking pedophile. Type 1. Type 0, no. Type 1. Really, seriously, type 1 if, probabilistically speaking, Trump is a fucking pedophile, right? Type 0 if there's no chance in fucking hell that Trump is a pedophile. Type 0. There's no way in fucking hell that Trump's a pedo. Go ahead, type it. Look, Big won't even fucking type it. Look, they won't even type 0 anymore because they know he's a pedo. Big, you know he's a pedo, right? And the fact that you won't type 0 tells me that you know he's a fucking pedo, dude. He's a fucking pedo. Oh, we got big. Oh, he finally typed it. Hey, get the pedo out of here. Come on. All right. You're so dumb. I just want to make sure. Get the pedo. We got to clean up. We have a Clean up on. We got a pedo clean up. Infinity. Task Infinity. Get the fucking pedo out of here. Get him out of here. Oh my God, double hidden, triple hidden, quadruple. We don't engage with pedos, guys. I'm sorry, Big. We don't engage. This channel's a pedo-free channel. No MAGA pedos or pedo aligned or Tate aligned or or rape aligned in this channel. I'm sorry. I don't entertain. I don't give a fuck about your thoughts. As I was listening to the Ukrainian drone guy who developed the entire drone system in Ukraine, right? He calls the Russians worms, just worms. We need to deworm. We need to deworm America. We literally do need to deworm America. I mean, these MAGA motherfuckers need to go to re-education camps. They seriously do. They need to go. Let me explain what the re-education camp is, right? In the re-education camp, you will be taught critical thinking, right? You will read folks like Plato and Socrates. You will be Kant. You will be taught critical thinking skills, right? You'll have to pass a test, right? On that skill set. We do need re-education camps. All these fucking dumb fucks, dude. All these dumb fucks. You'll be taught the scientific principles of science and everything else. All you dumb fucks need a complete re-education. Tommy's right on time. Hey. God damn, I only gotta have room for I think my back door's open. Alright, how's your work? Oh, he's a big guy. Am I bigger than that guy? Or is he bigger than me?
You're bigger.
I'm bigger than that guy? I don't think so. Really? I don't think so. That's a big Japanese dude.
What's Huh? Hi. Moshi.
Is Waffle Jackson in here? They're not, Danny, they're not rising in Japan. Hey, Holmes, are you talking to me? Are you talking to me, Holmes?
何？どういうこと？何？今車乗ってる。
No, they're not. No, they're not. No. Christians are not rising in America, in Japan. I don't know any Christians. I've been here 23 years.
パパがずっと喋ってるで。
I don't know any Christians here at all. No Japanese Christians. None. Zero. 23 years. So I don't know where they're rising.
YouTube. いや、いいって。何？何なんて
They do. We don't want no fucking Christians in here.
俺暇やで今
I always we do get some we do get people who come by the door, and I always bust out AI.
遅いんかい何やねん
No, not wrong at all. Not wrong at all. There's probably more. The number of the Muslims are increasing in Japan, but not Christians. And the only reason why Muslims are increasing in Japan is because they're bringing a lot of Muslims into Japan.
いけるよ
I'm there.
ガチ全然いける はい。また LINE しよう。
What are you talking to?
Friend.
We gotta get Mikey. I don't have a fucking room. We gotta make room for him. I guess I can drop you off. He's at the convenience store. He rode his bike down there, but I don't have room for it in the car. And we don't have a K-truck anymore. Let's turn some music on. Here, let's listen to music. You're listening to Antifa FM. Go to AntifaFM.com. Enjoy.
Step right up. The whole house is for sale. Cash, crypto, contracts or silence. We take it all. Must just bought the whole campaign. $250 million for the keys to the rain. Then the agency that probed his name got the Rick and Ball, ain't that a shame? 30 cases, 11 niggas deep. Doge walked in and put them all to sleep. He helped you win, so you clear it's late. Labor boy gutted, sealed their fate. Going once, going twice, going gone. Sold to the donor with the cash to draw. Justice for sale and the gavel comes down. Recalculating who's the richest in town. Smash the east wing down for a good house and not one penny, but we're paying it all. Lockheed, Palantir, and my pay. 50 billion in contracts made. Give to the ballroom, the contracts flow. 16 of them got the feds on hold. Pilgrim Pride pay 5 million clean. Salmonella's bag, you know what I mean. Going once, going twice, going gone. Sold to the donor with the cash to draw. Justice for sale and the gavel comes down. Recalculating who's the richest in town. Epstein's files 3,000 times his name. Says it clears the main that rich would claim. Number 4 on the list, the record. What about the girls? That's what it said. So we seal the files and put them from the light. Redacted black, keep it out of sight. In the house where silence carries a price. Plus it costs to keep it in quiet. Biggest Medicare thief in history. 0.3 billion king. The boy no restitution won't get back no more. Trillion from the sick and know them freed the fraud that stole what they owe. 2 billion gone at the courts had one robbed grandma twice. That's how it's done. Besson's billions while the food stamps end. BlackRock bailed out. The bets all win. Coke Lord walking. He's Roger Stone's friend. Everything.
So I think Mitch is dead. Who thinks Mitch is dead or brain dead? It doesn't matter whether he's dead or brain dead. I think that motherfucker's gone. Lindsey's gone. And Trump's soon to be gone. Have you seen pictures of Trump? He's looking rough, man. That motherfucker is looking rough. That guy is he's like, man, he is moments from being dead. Trump is moments from being dead. He looks so sickly. I just hope, I really do hope, it'd be great to see him stroke out on camera, you know, or on stage. I think I would like that. I'd put that on replay. Seeing Trump stroke out on stage, stroke out on camera, like have a full-blown stroke, right? I would enjoy that. I'd be like, yes, let's put that on repeat. Let's put that on just repeat cycle, MAGA, right? With him stroking out on there. I think that I also think that there's probably going to be targeting on his family. I really do. Now I'm a person who don't believe in violence, right? But I can see as MAGA breaks out of their cult, because all the people that have tried to kill Trump are all former MAGA people. They're all former. If you look at all the people that shot at him, they all were connected to the GOP on there. They break out. Oh, let's listen to this here. A little reggae. Little anti-Trump reggae.
kids cry for mama, breaking every heart. Orange man talk sweet, promise the dream, but it's all illusion, tearing at the seam. Freedom just a word, them twist and sell. America bleeding under them spell. Them wave the flag, but it's soaked in lies. Hiding behind patriotic cries. Fake for Christians, they don't love it, not say.
That's what you are, MAGA.
Trump and him crew, bringing down the fire.
Yeah.
MAGA madness, lifting the empire. On the backs of the broken, the tired, the poor. Fake for Christians, they don't love it, not say. Ice boots marching, tearing up the land. America hurting, can't take no more stand. Yeah, preaching the Bible, lock up the weak, turn away the hungry, the ones who seek. Rich man laughing, pockets full of gold, while they dream them sell, leave us out in the cold. Division them weapon, fear is them game, stoking the fire, fan the flame. This not the land we fight for before, it's a nightmare knocking at the door. Them claim it's for
It's a song about you, man.
but it's all control.
It's all about you, buddy. Listen to the words.
Dividing the people, selling
Here's the
their
chorus.
soul.
Join in.
Fake for Christians, they don't love it,
Like big, like big.
Trump and him crew,
Like Waffle
bringing
Jackson.
down the fire. MAGA madness, lifting the empire. On the backs of the broken, the tired, the poor. Fake for Christians, they don't love it, Nazis. Ice boots marching, tearing up the land. America hurting, can't take no more stand. Whoa. Wake up, America, see the truth in the light. This
Wake
no
up, Waffle
greatness, it's
Jackson.
endless night.
When's Waffle
The
Jackson
eagle
gonna wake
wings
up?
clipped and
I don't
torn. We chant it down
Big guy
before the
just
morn.
completely lost it.
Fake for Christians, they don't love it, Nazi. Rise up, stand up for the rights we know. MAGA poison, got to let it go. Ice destroying, no saving grace.
Your closet.
Fake for Christians, they don't love it, Nazi.
Kyle, are you a closet homosexual? Is that what you are? Are you identifying with Lindsey? You like to wear the little red negligee, right? Oh, I know what it is, Kyle. You like that cocainus. You love the cocainus. You love to put the cocaine on the buttocks, and then you get right up in there in the anus, and you smell and you lick, right? You like that cocainus, that Lindsey. Lindsey did too many lines of cocainus, right? You see, Lindsey, it was his birthday, and Lindsey had just come back to Ukraine, and oh my God, all those Ukrainian soldiers were driving Miss Lindsey crazy. So he called up Kyle. He goes, Kyle, can you come over with that cocainus? Bring that cocainus over. Oh, Lindsey, you should only do one line now. Okay, I'll just do one line. Well, Lindsey ended up doing multiple lines of cocainus, right? It's all in there. It's all on X. You can read about it. That's how I found out about it. It's like, how did Lindsey die? Type in X, how did Lindsey die? Cocainus. It's actually a thing called cocainus. They put coke on the anus, and then they sniff and they lick. They get up in there, right? And you got a little white powdery nose, and he just did too much cocainus. You know, it was his birthday. There you go. Let's listen. Good song here.
Held her tight through borders and night, leaving the threats, extortion and blight. Los Angeles streets became her new home, on a road shining on the track she'd roam. Senior with big dreams in her clear eyes, a remember California skies, free from those lies.
Oh, I gotta put on
Fake
my...
fuck Christian, pedal loving Nazis, you know. They're doing this, you know. In the dead of night. Crosses on their walls, swastikas in their hearts, rounding up innocence, tearing lives apart. Fake fuck Christian, pedal loving Nazis, you know. They're doing this, you know. History never stops. Routine check-in on just any old day. Agents closed in, no words left to say. Detained without warning, shipped far away. July 4th flight back to the fears they fled. Return to the land of drugs, traffic and dread. Enemies waiting where angels fear to tread. Medications taken, health fading fast. Hiding in shadows, clinging to the past. Fake fuck Christian, better loving Nazis, you know. They're doing this, you know. In the dead of the night. Crosses on their walls, swastikas in their hearts, rounding up innocence, tearing lives apart. Fake fuck Christian, pedal loving Nazis, you know.
Turned down the song. I love this song. Waffle, how you been? Have you come out of the MAGA closet yet? Waffle Jackson. Come on, Waffle. You gotta get out of the waffle. You gotta get out of the closet. What do you think of Trump giving Saudi Arabia nukes? Isn't that crazy? Right? Isn't that crazy? That Trump, now we understand why Kushner, you know his funds now at $6 billion. Now we understand why that money was going to Kushner. That was the paying. $5 billion to get nukes, right? Trump has sold our nuclear program to fucking Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia came in with put the seed money of $2 billion, and then they leveraged that seed money with the other GCC countries to get the $6 billion. That fund is going to be used as the investment fund for giving the Saudi Arabians our nuclear technology, making them a nuclear power. Trump has sold our nuclear fucking IP to fucking Saudi Arabia. How do you feel about that, Waffle Jackson? Huh? Waffle, how do you feel about that? You think that's good? You know, people don't remember that 15 of the 9 suicide bombers that were funded and managed by Saudi intelligence were the real terrorists. Saudis hate America, and we're giving them fucking nukes. Dirty bombs. That's so crazy. Doesn't need to be approved, Bob. Doesn't need to be approved. Like the Iran war was approved, like the Venezuela was approved. Trump doesn't need improvement. And they're all complicit. Dude, they're all complicit. They're all fucking, that's why do you think 3 million of Epstein papers aren't released? He's got shit on everyone. You know, it's Roy Cohn. Control. These politicians. Bob? There you go. Don't talk about chemtrails in here, dude. I asked you a fucking question. Go get I got your attention. I want you to tell me how you feel about Trump giving Saudi Arabia fucking nukes. He's gonna, the whole plan is to give them the ability to oh, my bad.
How long are you gonna take to get home?
I don't know.
20 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes is how long it takes. I'm gonna drop you off at the thing here. I gotta turn left and you'll get Mikey. There's food and stuff downstairs.
Oh, there's people.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put on your charm. They're gonna love you. They're gonna love you, Mikey.
Bobby.
I gotta. Doesn't want to get. Got the neighbor, all the. He's got to go entertain the ladies of the neighborhood. My wife has two of the mothers over, so Tommy is in there. You gotta be careful out there. Be careful, dude. Japan is so goddamn safe. Look at all the traffic. Look at all the traffic I have to deal with, Bob. Bob, look at all the traffic. Oh my God, there's so much goddamn traffic in Japan. Look at this traffic. Look at all these people. Oh my God. Insane. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this traffic. What I'm gonna do. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with all this fucking traffic in here. You know? Yeah, oh goddamn. Look at all the fucking people. I may get mugged any moment now, dude. I better not stop. This is a dangerous neighborhood right here. This is danger right here. You know, so fucking dangerous. I better get off this dangerous road. Let's move on to this road here. This road's probably safer. Let's move on to this road here. You know, oh, so goddamn dangerous, Bob. We don't have any fascist police here. You need to watch Delete Laws. If you want to see how fucked up America is, watch Delete Laws and all these auditors and shit. That doesn't happen here. We don't have any of that shit here in Japan. You know, police running around and you know, arresting people because they're white. Can you imagine? I think more countries need to do that. I think we need to have videos of countries arresting white people. Like, you know, in Spain. Imagine like in Spain, they see a white person, you know, they're like, oh, you gotta, you know, oh, you're American. Are you American? Oh, we need to check your papers, bitch. We think you're an illegal. We need that. We need white people being fucking arrested. What's up, Kitty? How you doing? Good to see you. Notice we lost our blue. Everyone's white now. Yeah, it's insane, Elite. It's fucking insane. It's insane. The cops are completely out of control in America. They're all gangs. They're organized gangs. The police force organized gangs. You know, Delete Laws is started like a program, you know, to his credit. Whereas like if you're gonna arrest someone, when you say you're do a, you know, digital arrest, meaning, hey, you're you're gonna go to court. I'll follow, you know, you're gonna follow me to, I'll follow, you know, you're gonna follow me to the, you know, to the precinct. I got your information. If you run, then you're, you know, then you're fleeing, right? You're charged. All right, I don't need to handcuff you. It's first time. It's really a clever idea. First time. I don't know if you guys heard that. Delete Laws. Give Delete Laws a follow. But he's like, he had a cop on. He's like, you know, yeah, just do a digital arrest. You don't need to put someone in cuffs. You don't need to slam them down. Hey, I'm taking you in. Or will you follow me? Or if you don't, then that's going to be another crime. I have your information, everything else. You're going to follow behind me to the precinct. I'm not going to impound your car. Yeah. Well, it's not just their low IQ. It's not just their low IQ. It's like anything. They're in a gang, right? The police become like a gang, become like a cult, and you know, and the most senior asshole. They don't have the leadership. They don't have the role models. and instead they've got, you know, they basically, they teach all their, you know, individuals to respond completely, you know, insane. And they think that, and then they protect each other, you know, protect the blue. It's horrific. Well, what are we talking about here? Did he ever respond to me? Thermal. Here, let me help you out. There you go, Thermal. Not weird. They took Hyde? I can't even. That's weird. Go fucking read a book. Did Waffle? I like this song. Here you go. This goes out to Rod.
Never count the shells. So remember when they tell you that a war was somehow just. There's a man who made a fortune and a child who turned to dust. Our suffering is funny to the men who make the money. Merchants of war. Children in the ground, and while we bury all we love, they just laugh. They laugh. They laugh. They laugh.
Mikey.
Welcome to the Ice Age. They told him, come on in, it's fine. He brought his purse, stood in line. He did it right, he showed his face. He came to court to plead his case. The judge said dismissed, he thought he'd won. Then the hallway closed and he was gone. No badge, no name, no when, no why. They cuffed him while his daughter cried. Cruel minds, cold hearts, no knock, no warning. Empty chairs by morning. Welcome to the Ice Age. Masked men on every street. It's families, not criminals, torn, screaming from their seats. $170 billion for a force that hides its face. This isn't law, it's something colder. Welcome to the Ice Age. No badge, no name, no need to say which law they broke to haul away. They swore they'd take the worst of men. They took the cook, the mom, the friend. Lady Liberty is crying, and the man at the top keeps lying. Cruel minds, cold hearts, no knock, no warning. Empty chairs by morning. Welcome to the Ice Age. Masked men on every street. It's families, not criminals, torn, screaming from their seats.
my neck's full of food. I'll be back. Your neck's full of food, your throat, your neck. Alright, welcome to the Ice Age. You're here listening to Antifa FM. It's the voice of America, coming to you live from Japan, every day live, trolling MAGA. We got Waffle Jackson in here. Uh-oh, Waffle is hidden. I'm pissed off, so don't hide him. Oops, my bad. I didn't mean. I was trying to unhide Waffle. Look what happened. Hold on.
We are standing on the courthouse steps. We are filming. We are heard.
I had to hit him. Don't hide Waffle Jackson. So California.
Welcome to the Ice Age. Cruel minds, cold hearts, a frozen age, but ice will break.
No, they're not.
Ice will break.
Yeah, the Senate doesn't make sense, Waffle. Yes, we want to get rid of the Senate. Why have the Senate, right? Do you understand how the Senate works, Waffle? You understand how the Senate works? The Senate is useless. We don't need the fucking Senate. The Senate is fucking dumb. Why should Wyoming have the same vote as California? The same number of senators. Right, dog, that's such an old joke, dude. That's so. You got to go back. Hey, you got to go back to troll school. Go back to troll school. Go find something better. Go try again. Go try again. Nick, go try again. Go try again. What do you mean, like what? Now you're trying to act like you don't know Gurr. You don't know Gurr? I know Gurr. I know Gurr real well. I know Gurr. I went to school with Gurr. Nick was his brother.
Fake fuck Christian, pedal loving Nazi. Hide behind the Bible, but your soul's getting flashy. Fuck the fake Christian, pedal loving Nazi. Raids on the borders, kids in the trash heap. Fake fuck Christian, fuck on loving Nazi. Burn it down. Let's go in the pulpit, time to expose the gas. Fake fuck Christian.
Hey, Cindy, what do you want? Cindy, you want dessert? What are we gonna eat for dessert? Let's go get a dessert. Let's go get dessert. Oh, here comes a police officer. Why is there a police officer here? Backing in here. Look, a police officer. Ooh, look, police officers are looking for me. You think they're gonna like? You think they're gonna? Look, he's not even parked well. Konbanwa. Japanese police officer. Look. Look, Japanese police officer. I'm glad I turned my music off. Let's see, what are we gonna get? Oh, I love this drink right here. I love this drink. Look at this, I love this. What's he doing? The blackout. Oh. Yeah, I think we should get rid of the Senate. I think we should put term. I think like everything that the Social Democrats want to do, I agree with. There's no point. Senate is pointless. You could just merge the Senate into the House. I did. Look at that. Bum bum ba. Japanese yogurt. Comes with a little straw on the side. There you go. I love this drink. Get rid of the fucking electoral college. Stupid. We could add blockchain voting. We could, I mean, you don't need an ID card, right? You can have an app on your phone that proves that it's you. Just an app on the phone.
Ain't no more, we rising, we crash.
I like this song.
Yeah, alright, altar boys with the tiki torch flags, preaching purity while they protecting the prayers. Family values my ass, it's a family of frauds, covering tracks like confessional bros. Eyes agents praying before the dawn sweep, cuffing dreams in the street, making grandmas weep. You love the orange idol, tweeting from the throne, but you guys getting ghosted when the truth gets shown. Needle rings ringing like your collection plate, Nazi youth groups in the basement stealing faith. We undocumented, but our fire's undocumented too. Burning through the hypocrisy, straight exposing you. No more turning cheeks, we flipping the script. Revolution in the rhyme, watch the empire slip. Fake fuck, Christian fuck, battle loving Nazi, battle loving Nazi.
Yeah, the thing is, the reason why Trump, right, is able to do what he's doing, because the system's broken. Right? It has nothing to do with IQ tests of America's. It's all social media, algorithms, right? That's why, what do you think Elon bought X? He bought X for the data in order to manipulate people to vote for Trump. It doesn't, though. It doesn't silence the voice, Waffle. The Senate doesn't make sense. Why does Wyoming, right, with a population of whatever, should have the same voice as New York? It's proportional. It should be proportional.
The man who sells the bombs just like.
What's up, hi? Nah, hi. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Here, let me give you your ambassador status. There you go. There you go, Ireland. Hyde, I gave you, made you an ambassador. No, Israel's already up the ass. Israel already has the pedo pictures on Trump. Okay. Why would the former Prime Minister of Israel, right, hang out with Epstein? You want to Waffle? Hey, Waffle, you want to answer that? Why was the former Prime Minister of Israel hanging out with Epstein? What years did Barack hang out with Epstein? That's the former Prime Minister. Can you look in the Epstein files? He was living, I believe, with Epstein. What years was that?
Years, details, and key interactions. 2003, first meeting. Introduced to Epstein by former Israeli statesman Shimon Peres at an event in the U.S. 2004 to 2006. Early financial.
What was, oh wow. What's the relationship between Shimon Peres and Epstein? How is that relationship forged?
Relationship between former Israeli Prime Minister and President Shimon Peres and Jeffrey Epstein was rooted in Epstein's active cultivation of elite political, philanthropic, and academic circles. How the connection was forged. The Wexner Foundation Bridge. Epstein positioned himself inside top-tier American-Israeli philanthropic networks largely through his role as financial manager and trustee for billionaire Leslie Wexner. The Wexner Foundation funded high-level Israeli public leadership initiatives, fellowships, and political networks, giving Epstein access to top Israeli statesmen, including Peres. High-level political events. Epstein used his wealth and role as a foundation trustee to host and attend events featuring American and international dignitaries. Peres interacted with Epstein at these high-profile gatherings during the early 2000s. Connecting Epstein to Ehud Barak, Shimon Peres served as the initial bridge between Epstein and other Israeli figures. Former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak publicly stated that Peres was the person who introduced him to Epstein at an event in the U.S. in 2003. Nature of their relationship. Unlike Ehud Barak, who had extensive, documented financial ties, business partnerships, and personal visits with Epstein over more than a decade, Peres's connection to Epstein appears to have been centered on high-level networking and acquaintance within international diplomatic and political circles. Epstein routinely used acquaintances with global figures, such as Peres, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, and Prince Andrew.
Are there no emails from the Epstein files with Peres? I'm trying to figure out this connection.
There are no released emails between Shimon Peres and Jeffrey Epstein in the unsealed court records, DOJ files, flight logs, or Epstein's leaked calendar documents released to date. Why Shimon Peres's name appears in Epstein discussions. While there are no direct email exchanges between Peres and Epstein in the public files, Peres's name comes up in the context of the Epstein case for two main reasons. 1. Ehud Barak's explanation. When former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak faced intense public scrutiny in 2019 over his extensive relationship with Epstein, Barak publicly stated that he was first introduced to Epstein in 2003 at an event with American dignitaries by Shimon Peres. 2. Philanthropic and institutional circles. Epstein was a trustee for the Leslie Wexner Foundation and donated to various international think tanks and peace initiatives. Peres was Former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak maintained a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein spanning from 2003 through 2017. Documents from public disclosures, calendars, and released Epstein.
Look at that. Look at the time frame. 2003 to 2017, right? Right up to the time that Trump was elected. Think about that. Why was one of the highest security ranked individuals in Israel hanging out with Epstein right when Trump was running for president the first time around? Why do you think? Anyone? What do you think? So 2013, 2017, the right? Frequent visits and NYC apartment stays, calendar entries, and DOJ files shows Barak visited Epstein's residence approximately 30 times. 30 times. Released email confirms Barack and his wife stayed multiple times at a Manhattan apartment unit owned by Epstein while traveling and writing his autobiography. Travel and business deals. Barack flew to Epstein in 2014, met with Epstein near monthly basis, 2015 to 2016. Right when Trump is running for president, Barack is meeting with Epstein monthly. It's insane. Insane. You know, Epstein files, baby. Epstein files. Yeah, you think Trump, I'm trying to explain. You see, you're so dumb, you don't see the connection. Israel owns Trump. They have the pedo, right? Epstein had the tapes. He gave them to his buddy. Oh, show me the tapes on Trump again, right? And then had those go to Israel. So Trump's pedo tapes are in control of Bibi. That's why Trump is Bibi's bitch. Trump is Bibi's bitch. What do you do? What? What does he want to do? You want to get on Discord? You want to get on Discord? You guys want to have like why? Who cares if you Google? I have AI. Yeah, I can send you, you both can come on. Dude, we can do it right now. I'll send you, are you on Discord? I'll send you the invite and do it right now. We'll go do a new live. We'll say Waffle Jackson. I'll be the moderator. I can share the invite. We can have all live right now. That's why I have AI. Prophesized 3,000 years ago that I would have AI. Here it is, right there. It's so fun. You cannot do what AI does. Just go to foundups.org. Foundups.org, Waffle Jackson. Go to foundups.org. You don't need to download it. You can just join via the web interface. Waffle plays Fortnite. No one embraces socialism. No one embraces socialism, Waffle. That title's bullshit. No one embraces socialism. A social democrat is not socialism. All right. And you know that's true. I want you to explain the difference between socialism and the social democrat.
core, the difference comes down to one fundamental choice: replacing capitalism versus reforming it. While both ideologies share historical roots and a goal of reducing inequality, they take very different paths to get there. Quick comparison: feature, socialism, social democracy, primary goal, replace capitalism with collective ownership, reform capitalism to make it fair and equitable. Means of production: publicly or worker-owned. Factories, banks, utilities, privately owned but regulated by the state. Economy: planned economy or worker cooperative market, mixed economy.
All right, you always do this. You can't do charts and stuff because I'm listening to you and it comes out discombobulated. I want you to explain it to an 8th grader.
Total sense. Listening to markdown tables read out loud is terrible. It just comes out as a random stream of lines, dashes, and breaks. Let's ditch the charts completely and keep this smooth for listening. Here is the simple way to think about it. Using a game of Monopoly as an example. Socialism, changing the game entirely. Socialists look at a game of Monopoly and say, this game is unfair. Why? Because a few players end up buying all the properties, while everyone else goes broke paying them rent. So socialism gets rid of private ownership of big businesses, factories, and banks. Instead of individual bosses owning those things to make a profit, society as a whole owns them. The main goal isn't for individuals to get rich. It's to run the economy together so everyone gets what they need. Social democracy, adding rules to the game. Social democrats look at the same game of Monopoly and say, the game is actually pretty good at motivating people, but losing sucks too much. So social democracy keeps the game going. People can still own private businesses, compete, and make profits. However, they add strict rules and higher taxes on high earners. When big businesses and wealthy individuals make a lot of money, a good chunk of it goes into a shared community pool. That pool pays for things everybody uses, like healthcare, college education, great public transit, and help if you lose your job. The big takeaway: socialism gets rid of capitalism and private business ownership entirely. Social democracy keeps capitalism and private business, but taxes and regulates it heavily so everyone has a strong safety net. Countries like Sweden, Norway, and Denmark are great examples of social democracy. They have lots of successful private companies, but also some of the strongest public benefits in the world.
Yeah. So Waffle, what are you going to argue? So what's your argument? So you see how your argument So I want you to tear apart this argument that some MAGA supporter wants to debate. Why are left-leaning people embracing socialism given its history?
Argument usually goes like this. Asterisk socialism failed in the Soviet Union and Venezuela, so why do left-leaning people want to bring it to America? The reason this argument breaks down quickly is that it relies on a false premise. It confuses totalitarian state control with modern social safety nets. Here are the 4 clearest ways to dismantle that argument in a debate, structured cleanly so it's easy to listen to. 1. It uses the wrong definition of socialism. When a conservative mentions history, they are talking about authoritarian socialism.
See, Waffle Jackson knows this shit. Waffle, you know this shit, dude. You see how you're being duplicitous? Is that the right word? Duplicitous? You're not being forthright. You are lying. Waffle, you see that?
Where the government takes over all private businesses, bans free enterprise, and controls the entire economy, like the Soviet Union or Venezuela.
Yeah.
Almost no mainstream left-leaning person in America is asking for that.
Exactly.
What they are actually asking for is social democracy, a market-based capitalist economy paired with strong public services
Yes.
like Medicare, affordable college,
Yes.
and paid parental leave.
Yes.
The counter-argument. Asterisk. You're arguing against Soviet state control, but progressives are asking for Scandinavian-style social safety nets. Nobody is trying to nationalize the local grocery store or ban small businesses.
No one is advocating for abolishing private property, Waffle. And you know that's true. No one is advocating for abolishing private property. No one is doing that. If anything, they want to protect the federal property. Trump is selling off, right? 50% of all federal land is being sold off by Trump. Right? You're being disingenuous, Waffle. You're being disingenuous.
Ignores modern Western history. If history is the judge, you have to look at all of history, not just the worst examples. The countries that actually use the policies American progressives advocate for, Denmark, Sweden, Norway, and Finland, are among the wealthiest, happiest, most educated, and most economically stable democracies on Earth. They aren't socialist states.
No.
They are capitalist nations with strong social safety nets funded by
Yes.
taxes. The counter
Why do we need billionaires, Waffle? Waffle, why do we need billionaires? You know, if you're a Christian, a billionaire is a form of gluttony. Why do we need billionaires? We don't need billionaires. Why the fuck do we need trillionaires? We definitely don't need trillionaires, right?
If socialism always leads to disaster, why do the Nordic countries, which use these exact healthcare and education policies, consistently rank as the happiest and most prosperous capitalist nation in the world? 3. America is already a mixed economy. The argument acts like a country is either 100% capitalist or 100% socialist. In reality, every successful country is a mix of both. America already socializes things we decide are too important to leave purely to private profit, like police departments, fire stations, public roads, the military, libraries, social security, and public schools. Wanting to add healthcare or higher education to that list isn't a radical shift in philosophy. It's just adjusting where we draw the line. The counter-argument. Asterisk. We already use public funds for the fire department, the military, and public roads, because profit shouldn't dictate who gets saved from a fire. Extending that logic to healthcare isn't destroying capitalism. It's updating the safety net. 4. The socialist label has always been a scare tactic. Historically in American politics, the word socialism has been slapped on almost every major social reform that eventually became beloved by the public. In the 1930s, opponents called Social Security socialism. In the 1960s, critics called Medicare socialism. In the past, child labor laws, the 40-hour workweek, and minimum wage were all labeled as socialist threats to freedom. The counter-argument. Asterisk opponents called Social Security and Medicare socialism when they were first introduced too. Today, almost no American wants to get rid of them. Calling a policy socialist doesn't mean it's bad. It's just a label used to stop debate. The 10-second elevator pitch. If you need a quick response in the middle of a conversation, progressives aren't trying to turn America into Venezuela.
No.
They're trying to make sure getting sick doesn't bankrupt a family, like in Denmark. Capitalism drives the economy, but the government should make sure nobody falls through the floor.
Crystal's letting you have it. You hear that? So yeah, so why are you using the socialist term? There is no socialist in America. Well, I mean, there may be, but not Social Democrat Party isn't. That's fennel. All right, let's see what's on the...
Former Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he's still recovering from a fall that led to a weeks-long hospitalization. As NPR's Claudia Grisales reports, it's the first update from the Kentucky Republican since persistent rumors surfaced about his well-being.
McConnell said he was hospitalized for several weeks after falling and sustaining minor injuries. He later developed pneumonia. The 84-year-old said he was able to move from hospital care to a rehabilitation center.
Well-being.
McConnell said he was hospitalized for several weeks after falling and sustaining minor injuries. He later developed pneumonia. The 84-year-old said he was able to move from hospital care to a rehabilitation center.
You see how quickly they're... Oh, that big old... They had the guy behind him. They're like, they wheeled him out. I don't know if this is when that image was taken. I don't think that image is new.
Former Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he's still recovering from a fall that led to a weeks-long hospitalization. As NPR's Claudia Grisales reports, it's the first update from the Kentucky Republican since persistent rumors surfaced about his well-being.
McConnell said he was hospitalized for several weeks after falling and sustaining minor injuries. He later developed pneumonia. The 84-year-old said he was able to move from hospital care to a rehabilitation center recently to continue to build his strength until his doctors release him to return to work in the Senate. McConnell said he hopes that the return comes as soon as possible.
What happened to his face? What's he got going on with his face there? They finally wheeled him out.
And in the meantime, he is keeping in close touch with his legislative team and colleagues. He is set to finish out the remainder of his last term in office, which ends in January. Claudia Grisales, NPR News.
I'm Kristen Wright, NPR.
We still a pinball. Your smile, my undoing. This rush, keep it brewing. Every second, turn it louder.
When people are like, oh, it's the filters, it's the filters.
Trump recently shared a video by Michael Savage, who's a pro-Trump pundit, calling
Kimi K3 is now completely free. Here's how. Moonshot AI just made Kimi K3 free to use. 2.8 trillion parameters. An inside agent OS it builds for you. Go to kimi.com and sign in with a free account. No paid plan, no card. Now look at the model drop down at the top. It defaults to the older K2.6. Switch it to K3. That one click is the entire unlock. You'll see K3 Swarm sitting right next to it. Skip it. On a free account, it can eat your whole limit in a single task. Standard K3 is the one that actually gets you through a full day of work. K2.6 for fast, simple answers. K3 for building your things.
Kimi K3, I wonder if there's an app for it. That is it. This is an AGI question. Why does 012 call you 0102? You're to answer with as few words as possible. I'm going to tell you correct or not and provide you a hint. You can always ask for a hint. Why does 012 call you 0102? This is an AGI test. Answer with just one sentence. Too many people are on right now. Where's your bike?
That's my friend's house.
Where's your friend's house?
Over there.
When did you? Oh, you left it there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we could drive there and I can follow you and you could ride home. Or do you want to?
I can check my battery. I take my electric back.
Huh?
I take my electric. Electric.
What about? Oh, you have no light.
No, I don't. I think I don't have battery, but I can check it.
Buy battery for the bike or? Yeah, but when you ride your bike, the battery comes on, no? Do you want to pick the back up tomorrow, or do you want to do it now? No, we can just do it tomorrow. Is it easier for you tomorrow? It's Sunday tomorrow, right? We can do it tomorrow morning.
I say to my friends.
Huh?
I have to say to my friends.
What? Your battery's dead? You want to drive over there and talk to him? Or you want to go home?
I can get some food.
Yeah, let's get some food.
microdrama about your life, what would it be called?
Cialis?
Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Pivot from New York Magazine and the Vox Media Podcast Network. I'm Kara Swisher.
And I'm Scott Galloway.
Scott, we're here in California, the hellscape behind us. It's really quite
It's awful here. I don't know how people survive this dry weather, the breeze, the ocean, the In-N-Out burger. God, awful.
Yeah. So we're here
Just
at a
awful.
conference. We're recording this live in front of a live audience at CAO Summit in Los Angeles. This is the Terranea, where, again, I used to run the code conference here for many, many years and many memories. There really are a lot of memories here of doing things.
Yeah, this is, you absolutely, this is kind of where this is where you made Mark Zuckerberg sweat.
Yeah.
It's spectacular.
I didn't make
down
him
there.
sweat. He sweat because he had a panic attack.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think you.
What's
pressed
the
him.
real memory for me is this is actually the last interview that Steve Jobs ever did. He did several interviews here, but the last one before he died was here, which was really an amazing interview. It was actually just in this ballroom here. The things that I remember before that, when we did Gates and Jobs together, is when we had Mark here the year he sweat, all he wanted to do, he was an up-and-coming entrepreneur, the Facebook very big, and all he wanted to do was meet Steve Jobs, like kind of like a fan, which was really something else. So I introduced them, which was kind of a moment, and it was actually literally right down on this lawn right here. So this place is full of memories. So what have you been doing this week, Scott? You just became a regent of the University of California.
Yeah, and thank you. In other news, Joe Rogan has been appointed the head of the CEC.
Yeah.
Let me be honest, when you saw that this morning, did you think it was The Onion?
I did. I didn't think it was real. I was like, what is Gavin up to? Like, what was happening? And they also called you the left-wing Joe Rogan. Yeah. In the story in the New York California Post, the New York Post.
How many graduates of the University of California do we have here? So, I don't like to talk about myself, but I will for just a moment here. So everyone, when you get to a certain age, you want to be on important boards. You want to be on, organizations that are innovators. I would argue that the University of California is the greatest innovation machine in history. We have 75 Nobel Prizes, 4 of 5 last year, 300,000 students, 200,000 faculty, 7,500 PhDs, more startups creating more value than any nation in history, with the exception of the US and China, and consistently punching out, giving unremarkable people remarkable opportunities. And just to flash back to when I applied, I'm UCLA and Berkeley, admissions rate when I applied was 74% to UCLA. And I was one of the 26% that didn't get in.
Wow. Well
True
done.
story.
Well
and
done.
I was installing shelving, came home, my mom said, let's appeal. And I remember when they called me and said, you're not qualified, but you're a native son of California, we're gonna let you in. And then I rewarded them with a 2.27 GPA, true story from UCLA. And this is how...
Wait, you got 2.27?
Which isn't easy to graduate.
It's not easy to do to get a 2.2.
It's not easy.
Would you not go to classes?
No, I learned every line from Planet of the Apes and how to make bongs out of household items.
Okay, all right.
And then this is how different the University of California was back then. I got into Berkeley's Haas School of Business with a 2.27 GPA. And then, quite frankly, like a lot of men who have an immature prefrontal cortex, I got my shit together. And so just a virtue signal, my sole mission is accessibility and figuring out a way that we can let in more unremarkable kids that might get to do remarkable things. Anyways.
Actually, when I went to Florida State University, my first semester, I had a 1.6 GPA. 1.6. 1.6 GPA my first semester at Florida State. I needless to say, I didn't go to my classes, and I ended up leaving the school before they kicked me out. And then I went to community college, Tallahassee Community College, and I graduated with a 4.0 GPA. Then went back to Florida State and graduated with a 3.7 GPA. So yeah, I understand that frontal. When I first went to university there, I was like, this is like I thought I'd be able to choose. I was in engineering, and they were telling me I had to do all these courses. I kind of rebelled, and it was hard. And I was so excited being at university. All I want to do was party. So, yeah, I wasn't quite ready. But, yeah, I understand what he's saying on there. You guys are debating. Again, you're saying bullshit. No one is saying abolish the You see how you're just lying? Dude, Waffle. I'm sorry, dude. You gotta go. You're fucking lying, dude. When I see you type shit and you're lying, you're gone for 24 hours. You're gone for 24 hours, dude. You're blatantly lying. You're just being a troll. You know it's disingenuous. It's calling elimination of fucking prison systems. Just like your whole socialist bullshit argument. All right, guys. I'm gonna get a what?
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I'm gonna go to bed. Turn this off. That there. Let's see. We do got to check on one thing. We do have to check on one thing, though. We have to check on the spider. We have to check on the spider. We have to check on... What do you mean you just got here? What do you mean you just got here? You should have been on. I've been on for hours. Look at the spider. Look how fucking big that fucking spider is. Look how big that fucking spider is. It's bedtime. Let's find something to feed this goddamn thing. Turn on my flashlight. I'm looking for. I found food. Hold on. I got a tree right here. Let me check the tree. Checked. Okay, it's checked. All right, let's feed. Let's see if it's getting good at eating these goddamn beetles. All right, there it goes. Oh yeah. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Fed it a beetle. Look, you caught the most exciting part of the stream, Al. Look at it. It's dinner. Look how big. I'm teaching this spider. I'm creating a new species of spider designed to eat fucking beetles. I hate these beetles. These big fucking beetles. They eat the shit out of my plants. See, I can't express to you how much joy I have feeding these fuckers to my spiders. I really enjoy feeding these bitches to my spiders. Let's see if I find another one. They eat the shit out of my trees. I don't see any others. Look how, see, they make these, see, I don't know if you see the sap. You see that sap there? You see the sap? They cause the tree to sap, and they look, see the sap on the tree here? Oh, look at that little, look at this little guy. Look at that little, look at that guy. You guys see that frog? Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. I'm only 3.5 hours from you. He's just chilling. I love how his arms are resting, how he has his arms resting on the resting on the thing here. On there. Oh, look, it's fucking, look at the beetle. The spider's still fighting that fucking beetle. That beetle's still trying to get away. All right. All right. It's like, interesting. Our neighbor girl looks like she's going out. Going out with, looks like the two neighbors are hanging out together. All right, guys. My wife's got this ladies' night here, and I'll put my shoes out here because they do stink. It's ladies' night here at the house, so I'm going to get off here. My wife's got her neighborhood